Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Beetleborgs TNT for 2. The trio of Magnivore villains are harassing people and stealing food. At the comic shop, Joe stands up to Van and Trip and Nano backs her up. Van and Trip are humiliated and decide to get back at Joe and her friends by paying a demolition team to demolish Hillhurst. Flabber sees from inside what's going on. He calls the monsters together and warns them. Even the statue Ghoulam takes part. We then see the first instance of Flabber contacting the Beetleborgs. He's able to project himself onto objects. In this case, he appears on a pack of Topps basketball cards, a rare instance of product placement in a Saban show. Back at Hillhurst, the two demolition guys decide to loot the house before blowing it up. Flabber and the monsters come up with a plan. They'll scare them away. The Beetleborgs, meanwhile, come across the Magnivores stealing hot dogs. The kids use their civilian powers to stop them. Joe drops a lamppost on them, pinning them to the ground. They ignore them then and head to Hillhurst. The Hillhurst monsters are terrorizing the demolition guys. Roland makes it to the house first with his super speed. Flabber fills him in on what's happening. The others make it in time to see the demolition guys running away. Noxic Typhus and Jara catch up and find some dynamite that was left behind. They mistake it for hot dogs and try to eat it and cause a big explosion. The kids run out to see what all the noise was. The Magnivores see the kids and call the Magnivore jet fighters. The kids realize if the Magnivores can bring their vehicles out of the comics, so can they. They summon the Beetle Battle Base, the carrier for the Beetleborg AVs. The kids take the AVs to fight the jet fighters while Flabber gets rid of the leftover dynamite. He lights the fuse, and the Magnivores follow it, not knowing what it is. Afterwards, the kids talk to Flabber about destroying the jet fighters. The vampire Count Fangula sees the kids and chases them around, trying to suck their blood. This is a pretty good representation for the kind of show Beetleborgs is. It's silly, even stupid at times, but it's probably the most fun show Saban has produced since Samurai Pizza Cats. I love that the main villains don't have ambitions of world conquest or anything really other than just being public nuisances. It's quite different, but a refreshing take for bad guys. We see the first, technically second, instance of a gag that will become common. A person gets scared and their pants fall down. It's over the top and fits the cartoonish tone the show goes for. The Hillhurst monsters get some attention and they're all pretty fun. They each have their own personalities and quirks which will become clearer as the show goes on. One of the most surprising things about Beetleborgs is how little it relies on its Japanese counterpart B-Fighter. Barely any elements from it are present here. Only the bad guys, the jet fighters, and the superhero designs come from there. B-Fighter's plots had nothing to do with a haunted house or comics, at least not always. Many fans know that for a while, Beetleborgs was more popular than Power Rangers, at least in the ratings, and only ended because Saban had exhausted everything they could from B-Fighter and its sequel series, B-Fighter Kabuto. There were two more follow-ups in Japan, Kabutak and Robotak, but unfortunately they never saw adaptations over here. There was a brief plan to do an original American-made sequel to Beetleborgs, which involved adult versions of the main three kids training a new generation of heroes. This didn't make it past a few toy releases. I wonder why running out of B-Fighter footage mattered, seeing how much they were able to do with so little here. Of all of Saban's shows, Beetleborgs is special in every way, and I really wish it could have continued on till today. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
I don't like the sound of that.
How about the sound of this?